Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're here for round number 2, the back 9 of the 2023 Maricopa Open, presented by Infinite Disc. We're at the Copper Sky Disc Golf Course, and we've been watching the action already in round 2 with Anthony Barela, Owen Bear, Andrew Marwede, and rounding out our card is Aaron Gossage. Not necessarily any fireworks here during the front 9. We did see Owen of this group has the hottest round going thus far. He's sitting at 4 under. That's 13 under overall. We also saw as we closed out the front 9 that Albert Tom has had the best front 9 of all competitors. He's sitting at 6 under. See that pole off in a distance. The players must pass left of the pole. That's exactly what Marwede had just done. AB. Also, no problems getting left of that white. I was going to call it a flag. Getting past left of that white sign. That's the Mando indicator. Big skip. We'll see if he's got awkward footing on that backside. And this is turned over right out of the hands of Owen, and it looks like it does get a little ground play and skips up for him, but he needed way more height in order to actually penetrate all the way to the pin. Well, 10 comes in at 380 feet. Owen still with an open jumper. Of course, Marwede converts. I don't think anyone's surprised by that. What I am surprised by, this is the third most difficult hole relative to par. And that just honestly blows my mind. It played at 3.31 on the day. Third most difficult. Our lead card didn't get the memo from what it looks like. Barela's in for birdie. Marwede's in for birdie. That's going to be a tap-in birdie for Gossage here. And Owen has a tap-in par. So they definitely weren't part of the statistics. Not the bad statistics anyway. I guess everybody's part of a statistic if you really think about it. I mean, if you guys want my philosophy... Okay, nobody wants my philosophy on that. Regardless, they are going to move to hole number 11. 318 feet. And there is a Mando on the right side, so you must navigate to the left. So plays somewhat similar to the previous hole. Not good. AB hits pretty close. I was going to say right next to the pin. Gets a little bit of a squabble. Squibble. That's going to roll away from him, but still makeable putt. Yeah, and a very forehand-friendly approach here that you can take on 11. I feel like the turn, the fade, all of those things you'd have to do on a backhand Anheuser. This just sets up so nicely for a forehand hyzer. Of course, if you're right-handed, and that doesn't get a good skip. In fact, it stays left. Gossage lifts it, hits off the top, so he doesn't convert on the birdie, and Owen tickles the chains. And I would say this rolled at least double the distance from the pin, from where it had landed, and then as it got up and rolled. This should have been about half as long of a putt for AB. Let's see if he converts. Right side corner pocket. AB moves to 4 under on the round. .94 is how we saw hole number 11 play during this round, so just about middle of the pack. Not sure Aaron even saw that. He didn't need to, as that just teetered on the rim for a second and fell back in. So Marwede with a very close spot. You see just how close that OB comes into play from that right-hand side, that he's able to bring it in that much and have that short of a putt to save the par. And that's exactly what Owen's going to walk away with as a par. He'll remain at 13 under. And we'll head over to hole number 12. It's my disc in a box. All right, here we are, hole number 12. 420 feet. This plays as a double island. Or should I say a landing zone? Maybe a double landing zone is a better way to put it. And AB goes big off the tee. Gets the green flag. And he's going to have a long putt, likely from the backside of the green. Gossage also going to go for it. Of course, that right side fence is OB, just as we saw on the previous hole. There is an area right up the front. Okay, this is exactly where we're going to see Owen pitch to. So that's the first safe landing zone, and from there he can pitch over. And that's where we're finding Marwede, actually. This is from the drop zone. He had gone and went OB, so we didn't see his initial drive. This is his second shot, which is actually his third stroke. So Marwede at best is looking at saving a par. That was from the drop zone after an OB drive, which we just missed. And great shot there by Owen. He's looking at a birdie. So AB goes way deep of the pin. This is a comebacker. And high right chain for the eagle. AB picking up the eagle here on hole number 12. Gossage from even shorter distance also has a look at the eagle too. And that is right on the money for Gossage. We've seen his putting somewhat either shaky or just off the mark. And that one dead center, no problem. So eagles for both Barela and Gossage. That's going to bring Barela to 6 under for the round, Gossage to 5 under. And after the initial OB throw and then the pitch up from the drop zone, Marwede has this to save his par. And he'll do just that. He's also at 5 under for the round. Owen's sitting at 5 under for the round. So very, very close battle here on the lead card. And there were 6 total eagles during round number 2 here. You just saw a third of them, being Barela along with Gossage. We head over to 13. 250 feet, a very small island that you must land on, otherwise you're OB. And just playing the big spike hyzer. No problems for Barela. In fact, spiky enough that it just goes out of frame even. And that's going to be close, but it looks like it's going to be inbounds. That looked wide, but it's barely. It looks like maybe even the roll is what brought it back in bounds. Easy birdie for Marwede. Not a problem for one Aaron Gossage. This hole had, it felt like it was birdie or bogey because, of course, if you put on the island, you're more than likely making the putt. You miss the island, you're almost guaranteed a bogey. And a birdie there, and then Barela will have a tap-in birdie. 46% of the field birdied. Meanwhile, 33% of the field bogeyed. That means just 20% of the field took pars. Ain't nobody got time for pars on our lead card, though. That's 4 birdies on 13. .363. Very straightforward shot here. OB is deep of the pin. And left of the pin as well, and that's exactly what we're seeing there by AB, so too much action on it. Question is, what will the spot be, and will he have a good chance to save the par? Oh, no. Same exact thing for Gossage. This is hard left. And I don't know what's going on over there, but to have 3 of them left, all of them carrying OB. Now, over at that distance, that's not the full 363. I'm guessing that's a 330, a 340 shot that gets you out of bounds over on that far left side. Marwede, thankfully, making an adjustment here. He's going to hang this out way more to the right. Even with the roll, he's not only going to be short of the out of bounds, but he's going to have the closest look for birdie. And Owen's bid at saving par is too high. Gossage with a chance to save the par. Solid putt. And so Barela actually was right of the pin. I don't know where my eyes or optics were, but Barela went deep of the pin to the right side. So you see the very short comeback to try and tap this in for par. This is just to save it. You know what the Ghetto Boys once said? My mind is playing tricks on me. Easy birdie. And he's going to pick up some ground on the rest of the card. 1 or 2 strokes on everyone else here. Marwede moves to 7 under for the round. That's where Barela is. 6 under for Gossage. And with the bogey, we see Owen fall back to 5 under. Hole 15 plays back the opposite direction that we just played 14. However, the sidewalk comes into play much quicker on this left-hand side. You see him hanging out to the right, getting a couple of skips, and not quite perfect, but that's almost exactly what you're looking to do here. You want to come in short. You want to have it skip to the pin as it's dying out. Because if you come in right at the pin, any kind of skip is going to carry you over to the left and out of bounds. A little more spiky for Barela, but that's going to pay off with a birdie look. Anticipation. He's wondering how much skip is he going to get. He gets no skip, and it's to his favor. That was dangerous. because if that got any skip, it likely would have carried hard left and over the sidewalk. It's a light left to right breeze blowing out here right now, so that's certainly helping them counter the hyzer shot. Not a bad shot there for Owen. Solid birdie pickup. And our card struggled with this during the first round feature card. Today, things are looking much better. Hole 15 played at 0.2 below par, which I feel like is surprising. This hole often plays, I feel like, somewhere over par because the bogeys, well, are so much more common than the birdies. I mean, that's some really good math for you. Yeah, played at 0.06 over par on the day before. So I feel like that's the more common scenario for sure. But today, lead card. Hammering it. I like it. We're heading to 16, just 3 left to play in round 2. The link in the description gets you to thedistinguisheddoodle.com. That gets you a 20% off discount. Made right there in Arizona, and they're supporting disc golf. So if you have any pet care needs, make sure you check out thedistinguisheddoodle.com. I'm sure your dog could use some nice, fresh, organic shampoo, probiotics, all the good stuff, all FDA-approved action. Short, but unobstructed is what we'll see for Anthony Barela's birdie putt. And I guess if somehow through a round and a half I haven't made it clear, the names that you're seeing on the very bottom of the holes on the graphics, those are all individual sponsors. So thank you to all of those sponsors that you've seen. Should have probably made that more clear sometime even during round 1. But those are all individual sponsors or companies that explicitly went out to support the video coverage and to support the event, all run through our tournament directors, Sam and Chuck Russ. Thank you to Sam, thank you to Chuck and the entire crew, along with Infinite, who is our title sponsor of the event. AB connects. AB had a streak where he had just recently gone 5 under through 4 holes. The par on 14 puts a little break to that, but then comes back on 15 and 16 to pick up a couple more birdies. So clearly just shredding this back 9. That puts him 7 under through 7 holes played on the back. Yes, that's good. That's definitely good. Remember, he opened up the tournament with a 12 under in round number 1. Currently, he's sitting at 10 under. Correction, do that math. 9 under through round number 2. Off to the right side. Not quite enough pulling it back there for Andrew Marwede's backhand. AB also eventually gets that one to come back into play. That's going to be a birdie look. And I'll say it again. I think back to how calm it is and what we've seen in other years at this event. 20 and 30 and 40-mile-per-hour winds that were just brutal to deal with. And so far, 2 very, very moderate days out here in early February. Got to be loving it. Clearly, wind can be one of those additional factors on this course, more so than so many others due to how open it is. Owen with a very long look from circle 2. And that's going to likely result in the par. And Marwede from way downtown. That's back in Phoenix, for crying out loud. Nice putt by Marwede. Got to take a train to go pick that one up. Yeah, people still travel on trains, people. Yes, they do. Question is, who else is aboard? Gossage convert. Yes, that's a birdie. AB's train pulls in at 10 under for the round. AB 8 under through the 8 holes of the back 9. Doing work out there. No big deal, though. No big deal. We head over to the 36th hole of competition. First, you should stop at shop.thediscgolfguy.com if you need any goodies. Got Double G Craft Jerky out there, along with some discs, my disc in a box, all the things that I talk about. Hole 18, no walk in the park. Tons of OB, plus the double Mando. AB just playing for position. You see the tree and then the pole. You must navigate through those, and then you're going to have a small fairway, kind of just a strip of land that's going to be inbounds all the way to the pin. Owen trying to fight back to center or even left of center is a little more ideal. That just opens up your angles even more. This one coming in at 717. And you see the OB that's left, and then also there's still this curb that you see on the right side. That continues throughout. And that looks like just a position for Owen. From there, he'll be able to get up and down. Should be an easy par. Gossage trying to close out with a birdie. And this is almost too far left of where you really would like to be. AB makes up for it, throws a great shot. Not sure he wanted to be quite that far to the left. But nonetheless, he's put himself right up there. That needs to sit so it doesn't go over the sidewalk. That should be a tap in for Owen. Although he was off to a pretty hot start, he kind of cooled off on the back. This is Gossage for birdie. Little disc inspection. AB to go 9 under through the back 9. Wow, and think he had a triple bogey. That's the only over par hole he's had in 36 holes, and it was a triple bogey with double OB. Spoiler, that was in the front 9. Unbelievable. He had the eagle here on the back. Otherwise, he picked up 7 birdies and 1 eagle to go 9 under through the back 9. And that means he finishes up with 11 under, which is just one off the pace of his opening round at 12. He's 23 under. We'll see how that looks and stacks up against everyone else for round 3 coming up on Championship Sunday. On the lead card will be Andrew Marwede along with Broston Waugh and Aaron Gossage. It's going to be a great battle. Thanks for joining. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, win jerky. It's all fun. Let's do it. We'll see you for round 3.